Okay guys, so I did not message the seller because I know she's not going to say anything because the plant is still half alive. Like I did last time, I messaged her about the Lenore Dean that I bought that had a little rot on the leaves, and she just told me to pluck the rot, which makes sense. But you know, just be careful buying succulents in the from the internet, especially if they don't write the size or whatever. So yeah, today I'm just going to pot these succulents that I bought. They're so tiny, oops. They're probably fragile too, but who cares? I'm already pissed enough. Nah. Well, I'm gonna make sure that I keep them alive and don't mind the Christmas tree. My husband didn't want to put it up. He put up half of the decorations because my dog keeps messing with it. So, today I am just going to put them in this clear trays. These are seed starter trays, but they take so much space if I put them in separate pots. These are 12 cell trays. I filled it up with succulent soil mix because it's super dry over here. And I am just, they're actually cute, if you know what I mean. They're cute, they're just super tiny, but this is one of the healthier looking ones. I don't know what they're called because they don't have labels, but later on I'm going to look it up on her listings, or if she has some in her listings as like a tiny one. I give her props though for doing like a set like that, you know, because then people are gonna be like, oh, I get a lot for this price. And this is what I paid $130 for, but they're worth it if all of them survive and grow bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them on top, lay them on top. And I like these containers because they save space under my grow light, and also they have a tray so I can bottom water it easier. And also they're clear so I can see if there's any roots or something, and then I can move them later on when they're getting too big for it. Because right now they are really super tiny. I'm trying to get these. So these are actually a succulent cutting that she got from a mother plant, because you can tell because they're small, but they have a lot of leaves for a baby, and also they have dried up flower stalks, so they flowered already. So this is the second one. And this is pretty cute too. If you think, oh, that's actually pretty big, no, it's not. It's just big when you get a close-up of it on camera, and then you get it, you put it right here. And I'm not gonna water these right away because the soil is fresh and pretty moist. But this one, some of them already have tiny little roots growing. So as you can see, these are really cute. So I'm not that mad after all. This actually looks the same as that one, so it might be the same plant actually. It might be the same plant, it's just two of them in a pack. And there's this one. So I got 30 plants for $130, which if you count it, they don't cost that much, and they're Korean succulents, which can be kind of pricey if you buy the big ones. But I honestly didn't know they were gonna be this small. I already cleaned up some of the dried leaves, but some leaves I left it because I know they're gonna consume additional leaves when they try to make roots. So if there's leaves that are not super dried out, it still has enough nutrients to be consumed. Don't take it out, because just kind of like this. If you see that, it is dried up. I mean, it is dried up, but it's not all the way dried up yet. So just leave them, and because the plant is going to consume it to make more new roots. See, this one's honestly really cute. Now that I'm showing it to you guys one by one, I don't feel as bad anymore, because this one's also cut from a mother tree. I mean a mother plant. You can tell. I'm just gonna take the dried leaves out because they have a lot of leaves. It looks like a pinwheel, but like maybe a green surf. I don't know, because I know I ordered green surf recently, so we're gonna see if they're look the same. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna order from this seller again because I have 2 orders from her coming in. Because I mean, it's not coming in yet, I just ordered them. This one looks like a Lenore Dean, which I bought one for $25, and that was the one that had rot. It rotted, and I tried to save it, and it's still in the process of being saved. It probably has 5 leaves left. I don't know what this is either, but they're honestly really cute. It's just, like I said, it's super tiny. Honestly, I might not even upload the video of me unboxing it since I'm already showing it to you guys one by one here. I'll just probably show you this video. But I just unboxed these plants and I was pretty shocked because they're so tiny. But now that I'm putting them in this container, and this is where I'm gonna try to root them, just saving space, you know. Most of them do not have roots. So if you guys know what these are, let me know. I'll probably try to research what they are, and I probably can tell easier once they grow. This one is like I don't know if it's even an inch. If it's even an inch big. But this looks like my porpoisorium, but it looks like a white one. See, it's so dry. Gonna have to try to nurse it back to health. Some people do not like to put their succulents in soil right away when they get them, but I do, and I have had good results with just putting it in soil because they're already dry from the long ways over here, and they actually root faster when I put them in soil. Just don't put them in wet soil, just a regular soil. So these are also cute. I wish I knew the names because I don't. Yeah, this looks like a Granovia, and I think I got 2 of them. Oh, where's the other one? Or 3, honestly. So I don't know if they're the same species. They don't look the same. Yeah. So maybe this isn't this is probably an Echeveria, honestly, because of the leaves. They don't look like Granovia leaves. They're thick and plump, but the only problem is there's so many dry leaves that I'm so tempted to take out, but I know that if I take it out, the inner ones are gonna start drying up because it's gonna use the energy to make more roots. So I just leave them because they still aren't super dry. They still have something. So yeah. Oh, this is super cute, the Granovia. Honestly, I bought a Granovia for 1 tiny ass piece from Facebook Marketplace, and there was no dimensions written, so I just bought it, and it was like $10 plus shipping and everything. I paid $16 for a very, very, very tiny Granovia, which is still alive, surprisingly. This one I'm so sad about. If you can see, it is a variegated succulent. It's not a Lenore Dean. It could be an Akahosi or a Berkeley Lights or something, but please let me know what it is if you do know. I'm trying to open it up because it's all wrinkled. I don't know if this one will survive. It might. It's so squished and dry. And it already was a little bit wrinkled when she had a picture anyways. But I'm still gonna try and put her on top of the soil. You know, maybe she'll perk up. I don't know. And then this, it already has a tiny root. It looked like claws. It's cute. There are tiny little flower stalks on them. So maybe if I get them to perk back up, they might, oh man, they might flower for me later on when they are in better health. Who knows? I can't take it out. I'm just gonna leave that. I don't want to hurt the plant some more. They've already been hurt trying to travel. This one looks like a crested cutting, but I'm not sure, as you can see, and how the leaves are. They look crested. I don't know if this one's gonna survive. It is so tiny. Just pray for this, babies. So, going to just stick it in soil. And the stem is so tiny as well. Like, she didn't leave enough stem on this. Honestly, I'm more upset at the fact that they sell you these things. They don't put the size. Not only that, they don't say if they are a live rooted plant or it's a cutting. Yeah, that's kind of upsetting as well. But you know what? What do you expect? What do you expect? Where do you even find succulents that are 130 for 30 pieces for Korean succulents? So and especially that it's from Etsy, so that's definitely a reseller right there. You know? Don't expect too much from Etsy, really. Unless they are pricey, like there's measurements listed and it's pricey. Because if it's cheap, you just got ripped more. Anyways, since I already purchased 4 orders without even receiving my previous order, because I have a shopping addiction. So there you go. And then after that, I realized, you know what? Why should I buy from this reseller? I should just go buy from the people that actually have better prices and they are the actual plant, you know. I don't know if I want to leave that. I'll just leave it. So after I bought these, without even receiving it yet, like I said, I have a shopping addiction, I purchased some expensive plants, but they're big because there's actual measurements, from Korea. And I don't know how long it'll take to get here. Maybe a month, maybe less. You know, I think it is like 10 days after they quarantined the plants. I even applied for import permits for some plants that I really want. Because if you don't get an import permit when you buy a bunch of plants from overseas, they can get confiscated by the customs. And we don't want that. So I applied for an import permit. Shipping is really expensive. I think I paid $120 to ship 2 plants because they were pretty big. I think it was worth my money because they're big and I wanted them so much. And if I want it, I am going to get it because I'm crazy like that. So I bought the tiny expensive plants. Oh, they were big, honestly. They were big for that. Yeah, I think I bought 2 plants and for one kind. It's the unicorn poop. I probably spent so much money on it. I'm not even gonna count my money. I mean the money I spent. So I bought 2 of them just in case one of them dies. And they're super big. They're not the tiny ones that you buy online. They are super big. There might be 20 branches on them. 20 branches on one of them and then a little bit less on the other one so yeah. And this is my raceme cluster. I need to name them because I feel like I'm going to forget their names. Do I separate them? Should I separate them? I will, because I'm crazy. Because they're growing sideways. So I separated them. They already had roots, but they're dead roots, but they also have new roots coming out. I'm not gonna water this, so it should not rot. Hopefully, right? That's what we hope, right? I really love this container. Plus, I live in New Mexico in the desert, so it's kind of dry in here. It dries, all my plants, they dry fast. I water them, and then next thing you know, they look like they have been neglected. Like, I check on them every day, and they act like mama's not watering them. Mama's always watching them. So you guys, watch out for my next videos. I bought so many plants, and we are going to the subcurmbosa. I think I'm just gonna keep them together because I don't want them dying on me. The other one was also already rooted, and it was an easy piece. So yeah, and this is gonna be easy for me too when I'm repotting this, because you just push them out of the plastic container. This one is the wild Colorado. It is so cute, but this one is a single one that I bought. It wasn't a part of a packet. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to repot these bigger ones later on, like way earlier than the others. And this is a crusted lemon, Echeveria lemon crostata, I think. She looks okay, but this is definitely taken as a cutting from a plant, because you can see the scar right there on the side. So it was like a big crusted plant, and they just like chopped it into pieces. I wanted to kind of clean the dry leaves out, but there's so many half dry leaves, and the bottom of it is not dry yet. So I'm just gonna leave it and put it in this terracotta pot. I did not mix anything. And this is just regular succulent soil from Miracle Grow, because I noticed that the ones that I have that are in potting, succulent soil with perlite or something, they dry up in one day and the plants look so dry. But that just depends on where you live. So with me, I've had so many plants in just the soil mix, the regular succulent soil mix, and they just thrive in there, because even though I water them from the whole thing, like soak them, they still dry within a day. So it is actually easier for me to root them because they dry, and then they start growing more roots to look for water down below. So I haven't had a single cutting die on me just yet, but that's just because I'm lucky to be living in New Mexico where it's dry as hell. But I do keep them inside though, because outside, when I first started buying succulents, and I bought like 100 cuttings online just to start my collection, and I put them in morning sun and they burnt. So yeah, and even on the ones on the shade, they crisp and dry out so fast because I live in a dry area. So yeah. Oh, and I have this one, so I'm gonna have to get another one for her. All right, I'm gonna go get a pot. All right, you guys, I have planted all of them, guys. So now that they're in these containers, they don't look as bad anymore. I don't feel like I wasted, I think I paid $188 for all of these, which is not a bad price for a lot of them, but they're really tiny. So if they do grow, then I think it would be a fair price, but they look big, but they're actually really super tiny. And those, I don't know if those are going to survive. These are separate ones. These are not the one that is in the pack of 30. The pack of 30 are those, and they're like an inch big. So yeah, this is my crested. It's pretty cheap. So, and I'm going to get 2 more packages from this place, and I also ordered 2 straight from Korea, so I'm gonna show you guys how they look. Thank you for watching, and please check out my next new videos. And I'm gonna have a lot of propagation videos and propagation from seed videos for the expensive ass succulent that I don't want to pay for and is available from seeds. So yeah, thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you like my video. Thank you.